thought you'd be glad you got your memory.
Adol? This is just like before.
But why now?
Hang on, Adol!
Look!
There is no mistaking it. It is the light that appeared when Shadowlar...
This can't be
But... why? Adol! It's not fair.
This way, Crimson.
April... how are you here?
It doesn't look like...
Dad?
You must hurry. There's not. Take the Crimson King over to the. There's also something I need.
What is...
There's so many I can't...
This is the place where Zola first succeeded.
That's right. You...
The reason Zola turned was so he could revive me.
What?
I'm sure you all have met, but our first priority is...
We can save him?
What's the deal with him?
Normally, homunculi are born as. That's why all of you had.
That's true.
I wouldn't necessarily call...
But he was an experiment to create an. Because of that, his body is.
If we do nothing, just a Shadowlar.
Isn't there anything we...
There's not enough time to create it. However, there is.
I'm you, Adol. We're the same. I was created from you. But you already knew that, didn't you? I envy you for all of your adventures. What a life. The danger. When was the last time you slept in peace? Why keep doing it? Why do you still want to be an adventurer? No, I suppose I don't. I know why you'll never change. If you don't light a fire, it'll never go out. If you don't make decisions, you'll never be hurt. But you'll never be deterred. You'll keep going until your last breath escapes you. In you, there lies a hope that guides you, and everyone around you toward their dreams. Just the thought of it gets your heart racing, huh? I have a favor to ask. I wish I could go with you, but I'm afraid I'm running out of time. Still, I can't let it end here. Adventures are still waiting for us. So I ask you this. Take my power and my soul. Take them with you on your journeys. Adol Kristen.
You're awake. We're in in Zola's alchemy lab inside the prison. It's not comfortable, but there was no... How are you feeling? Incidentally, I believe this is the first time we've spoken.
Yeah.
Then you must be aware of what happened.
Adol the Red certainly is perceptive.
Dr. Noah,
The adventurer Adol Kristen and his within you resides both of their to be precise. You were originally one person.
do you feel the Crimson King's consciousness and the power? So that...
A conversation between
Dr. Noah is Zola's assistant. He was the one who fused both of your souls. Forgive me, but this was the...
No.
I thought you would be angry with me. You're a very... He looks to be adjusting.
Yes, Dr. Noah is... I was planning on telling you after every... And it seems...
Adol! You're all right!
It's good to see the procedure was a...
I suppose introductions are in order.
That's right. That makes this the first time we've met.
I didn't think you could do something.
At least I've got some...
Can't wait to...
Long story short, you're the same adult. Thank goodness.
Yes.
You didn't call us just for this
Before I get to it, there is something... It concerns Zola, the one who created...
About time you told us who he is.
That man.
He was a young noble who served Rosvita.
Anamona.
You've regained more memory?
Yes. Some return.
If Zola served under Rosvita,
That reminds me. Is that the guy you're talking about?
Yes. The 100 Glia had the blessing of Grimnir. But the roaring flames of human war divided between the two sides. Ultimately, Grim...
Is this the twilight of the gods?
Yes. Because of that war...
that's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain it.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates... So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the But after the 100 Years' War, many... The monsters manifested from them.
What happened then?
That is when Zola entered. After I was executed, he resigned, he secluded himself, and became engrossed...
So,
But why did...
Papa wanted to revive. He respected her as both his... He sold his land and used his inheritance to... He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time. The outcome of his blood and tears.
It was me.
that's such a sad reason. Yeah. I never would have...
Zola then reappeared from isolation. He proposed a plan to the Glian royal family.
So that's what...
Only beings of exceptional strength, and they are doing the gods' work, quite literally. Zola's proposal involved the Glian royalty out of time.
So that's how he built.
As you know, homunculi are created when the royal family sought candidates. Yes. The volunteer. You are the homunculi of the hero. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris
And centuries of this conflict.
Yes. If the homunculi... Zola even transferred his own soul into... Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound...
That explains what the I had no idea.
Why were we adopted or given to orphan? Was that the case for all of our predecessors?
No. Zola and I raised the homunculi. But 15 years ago, your predecessors had perished. And you were... That is why I made the decision to... I had no other choice but to entrust you to the...
So you've been fighting alone then?
So then, what has Zola...
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a... I've no doubt it's the magnum opus.
There's one more thing that does... Saint Rosvita was tricked by So explain to me how the heck...
Kratos right. Our bodies were preserved.
Papa can fabricate more than just... He can fabricate human soul.
I do remember.
My soul was the first prototype using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic.
Huh?
Yes. But he had a reason for it.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear, from the memories he learned from Anamona and a lock.
Now you're telling us he can create.
That's a lot of power for one.
Right? Now we know why Aprilis and the rest. But what about Ad?
It must have something to do with Zola's.
I don't have... But Zola has a deep desire for
Could it be that the strange monsters in Primordial were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
I suspected that was the case.
I'm worried.
Worried about.
Isn't there anything we can do to stop?
There are many things I need to ask him. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about...
And what's that?
Balduke will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the Hun...
You mean...
It is an annual event, a day that celebrates Rosvita.
About that time of year.
Yeah, I said. But what does the
The scars left by the 100-year... Once every year, the Grim...
Even more?
Victory Day is in 3...
We do not have much
Zola is a threat, but before that time comes...
I think I'll do that.
Yeah. We've all... I could use a night to let this all...
I will investigate the Grimwald Nox, and you'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest...